Okay, ma'am, I know you have mentioned that you are facing problems in speaking module. I will suggest join this session and do regular practice. You will um, able to understand how others are answering and how you can improve in this area. I'm going to start practice. I would say, I will, first of all, I would like to take your part one practice test, and then I will analyze what are your weakness areas. So, and by the way, do you have any idea in which areas are you lacking in this module?
मैम ओवरऑल ही इशू फेस कर रही हूँ इसमें।
Like there are multiple areas. Okay, we can do the practice and then I will analyze. I would suggest sometime certain person performances are varying. Some might be some people perform good one day, another day they do not perform good. I will take you part one practice test today, and then I will analyze like what are the problems in your speaking and in which area you need to focus more on. So we can start the practice, and I will just join this session regularly. And when I will do everyday practice, I will able to understand what are your problems which are continuously occurring in your daily practice. In this session is going on for a very long time, then why you have not joined this session? Because we are doing here practice for a very long time.
मैम एक्चुअली लास्ट मंथ मैं जॉब करी थी और तो मैंने अभी स्किप किया था उधर पहले, इसलिए मैं ये ज्वाइन नहीं कर पाई थी।
All right. So are you recording yourself besides practice in this session? Like, have you done any sort of recording your test yourself?
नो मैम नॉट नाउ।
All right. If you're coming in the session, you can perform it, and when I will upload the recording, you can listen back to your recording yourself as well, so that you will better understand what are your problems. Besides the suggestion and feedbacks I will give, and I will also ask to other participants when I am taking ma'am test. If you notice anything and you want to suggest ma'am Anu, you are welcome to add. Let me start any practice, so then I will provide the feedback. We have done yesterday running topic from this book.
सॉरी
No, ma'am, I'm just going to start your practice test for part one, and then I will able to analyze what are the problems in your speaking.
ओके।
Okay, let's start with the topic clothing. So, can you tell me about your name?
Myself Manu, and I'm graduated from BGU in 2022. Um, Recently, I am preparing IELTS, or in past from last year, I did job in as a data analyst. Uh, Now I want to prepare IELTS for my uh, scholarship.
Okay, I have one solution here. When I ask about your name, then you just tell, my name is Manu Khan. You can call me Manu. This is what my friends call me. You just need to tell me your name, because I'm asking about your name and we don't answer too much short. This is a part in which every candidate is asked about their name. It is not actually part of your test questions, but examiner asks about your question, either do your work few questions before starting even part one. So when they ask, tell me about yourself, then you can say about you are have completed your graduation. But when they are asking about your name, just stick to that person. Don't just simple say my name is. You can add one more line like how people address you, and is it your
Okay.
is
Okay.
used in formal or informal situations. So
Assalamualaikum. I want to say something.
sure, ma'am, you are welcome if
Uh,
you want to add
I
suggestions.
am I am the new participant, and I'm also facing the problem to speak English, and there is a very grammar problem when I am speaking. So can you please guide me how to improve my English grammar also?
Okay, there's one part of grammatical range and equity. So when we talk about this, it means you need to use variety of structures as well as you need to speak accurately without any grammar mistakes. If you're facing grammar mistake, I would suggest first of all try to identify which type of errors are you facing. Like either there are subject verb agreement mistake, like you use like you have used there is problem, so there are problems in my speaking like you have said, so there should be a r instead of r, because when the subject is there we usually look it into the next part, like problems is plural and we need to use our form of verb. So this is one case. If you're facing such type of problems, try to think about subject verb agreement. If you have basic ideas, like when we talk about he, we use singular verb. When the subject is singular he, work, we use singular verb like work with s, and singular verb is work with s. And if the subject is plural like they work, then verb should be agreement with the subject, like subject is plural, then verb should be without s. So without s verb is basically plural. So this is the problem. If you're facing trying to speak consciously and focus on what are you saying, this is one way. If you're facing in that context, if you have problem like you are speaking in present while talking about, like if you are using present form of words like talking about passing, or like future form of words, so in that some people also make this mistake, like if they are talking about past stories, sometimes some questions are asked like part two, have you visited any place in your holiday, like so you need to talk about past because you have visited in the past. And some people make the mistake, they use present forms of verb instead of past, like I visit instead of I visited that place in 1977. So this is one mistake you need to be careful. It is easily overcome, but try to become a conscious speaker and focus on what are you saying and try to analyze. And this is one way. When you will become mindful speaker, like you are aware of what are you saying. Some people speak give the answer but they don't know, like they are speaking unconsciously. I would try to suggest try to focus on what are you saying. This is called conscious or mindful speaking, so that you will be able to understand it, and try to use this strategy and analyze how it is working. And one other thing is, when you are answering in this session, when you have the time, listen back to the recording and try to write the sentence. And if you're unable to identify, try to give those answers to ChatGPT and ask what are the grammatical mistakes, even if you are not understandable yourself in that case. And try to analyze patterns in your speech, like which type of mistake you are frequently making. Then you will be able to understand and do the practice here. I will, if I am able to spot your the grammatical mistake, I will try to give you the feedback.
Okay, fine.
So let's move to Manu practice, and then we can do practice. So let me ask the practice question from Manu. What kind of clothes do you like to wear?
Sorry, repeat it.
What kind of clothes do you like to wear?
Okay. I like to wear some Western clothes and also South because I think it makes me unique from others. So that's why I like to use Western clothes.
And so what I have noticed, one thing that I like to wear Western clothes. So uh, one thing we talk about paraphrasing, when we talk about marking criteria of vocabulary, like lexical source, there are three different parts. One is using less common words or using topic specific vocabulary, as well as talking about they also mentioned paraphrasing. Paraphrasing means what kind of, instead of saying I like Western clothes, you can say the clothes which I like, which I am more interested while in wearing is you can rephrase like whatever the way you want, but try to replace those words. So anybody
Okay.
who would like to give which words we can use, I like to wear.
Okay.
Anybody who would like to suggest like how we can replace this sentence or paraphrase a person. You can also say I'm much interested in wearing Western clothes. Like this is another way we're not using like word, and I'm restructuring the question. One way is just change the synonym. One way is restructure the question instead of saying I'm much interested. I use much interested word. So let's move further. Do you prefer to wear comfortable in casual clothes or smart clothes?
Actually, I used to wear casual clothes because I feel it makes me comfortable on different events, like when we attend someone's house or small event, or that's why I like casual clothes also.
Okay, you can say when someone has when there is some special event like wedding or engagement ceremony, uh I would like to avoid wearing carry clothes. Like I would try to wear some fancy clothes. You can say that if you want to say the synonyms.
Okay, ma'am, your voice is not that clear. It's just like sound noisy sound.
Noisy sign. I think there's nothing in my room. Ma'am, Hijab, are you facing the same problem?
Ma'am, which kind of problem can tell me?
Ma'am, Manu is saying my voice is not clear, like there is a background noise. Can you say that are you facing the same issue?
Ma'am, not that like, but your voice is just like ऐसे है कि आपका वॉइस मतलब क्लियर नहीं है, जैसे बहुत ज्यादा लाउड हो जाता है, या शायद आप स्पीड से बात कर रही हैं, शायद इस वजह से भी।
All right. Oh, I think I need to keep my mic close so that you can listen my voice in a same case. Sometimes my voice is loud and sometimes low. I got it. Is that problem, Manu?
सॉरी
Okay.
मैम।
I'm saying might be if I start to take away my mic from my mouth, like if I keep my mic at a distance, then I think
ओके ओके, यस
this
यस।
is becoming slow. I will try to make it in an equal distance. And if you face this problem again, you can let me know. I hope so you will not face it again. And thanks for
ओके,
letting.
नाउ इट्स क्लियर मैम।
So let's talk about, do you like wearing t-shirts?
No, I don't like to wear t-shirts because I think it's not uh, not sound good in our society, and no one like to wear girls as a, or see a girl in t-shirts. So I don't suggest to wear t-shirts.
Okay, don't sound good. I think sound. Can we talk about sounds good in terms of looking? Like you can say, what we can say. Anybody would like to add? There are some structures you need to restructure. I have also noticed in the first questions, like they sounds good. Like my society don't like Western dressing. You can say that they don't consider it because they are so much tight, or instead of that we would like to wear loose trousers and shirt. So this is a traditional dress and it is also allowed, like it is better, and my society allow this kind of dress instead of wearing tight jeans and shirts. So you can say like that, being a female. In first session I have noticed it once, and I like don't, I think at first when you're talking about either someone look is good or not, you can talk about the dresses, and that time you need to rephrase that question. You can say that I don't look nice in that dresses if I wear them.
Okay.
I think my screen is not shared.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Your screen is not visible, ma'am.
Okay, let me reshare it. Okay, I will reshare it after few moments. Let me ask the person in the meantime. Do you spend a lot of time choosing clothes?
Um, I think not too much, but sometimes when I am going with my family member, like mom or sister, at that time I spend a lot of time to choose my clothes. Yeah, that's all. Ma'am, your voice is not audible. Is anyone available for practice? Ma'am Sumbal, if you want to practice, okay. Ma'am Sayeda, can you please unmute yourself or we practice furtherly?
Yes, what are you saying?
Okay. Ma'am, can you practice with me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now please, ma'am, introduce yourself.
My name is Sayeda Hijab Sara Naku, and I'm graduated in psychology last year, and I'm completing my intermediate in Effective Medical, and now I am a free and taking online classes.
Okay, ma'am.
What
What are
about
you?
yourself?
Okay, ma'am. What are you doing nowadays?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have some internet problems. I got disconnected. Okay, ma'am, Hijab, you are a host at the moment. Kindly don't leave the meeting. As soon as my internet connection becomes stable.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, I practice with ma'am Zora. She introduced herself.
Alright. Okay. What I have noticed overall in your feedback is that you have me to sometimes you are using some words which are not looking good, which are not looking good. Like you can restructure it. And one way I've noticed you have the problems of filler words. And I have the same problem in the past. I would let you know, like I was using it after one or two words, like, and you have the same problem, which is your biggest problem I have noticed in your speaking. What you need besides, I have not noticed too much grammatical mistake, but what I would suggest, like you to, there are two ways to improve it. One way to try to practice tongue twisters. I have shared the link. It help you to become fluent. And another way is become mindful speaker and try to use catch and pass strategy. I have shared. There is a one lecture. I would suggest try to watch it. And we have discussed some strategies how we can overcome our filler words. If I summarize, one way is to use both ways. Practice tongue twister as well as become mindful speaker, and whenever you spot your flavors, use catch and pass strategy.
Okay, ma'am, please, can you share it with in Slack?
Ma'am, can you check the Slack channel? It is already there, and you can find in pin messages.
Okay, 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 thank you.
Okay, can you check the Slack channel? Can let me know have you received it or not? There are already pinned messages.
Okay, ma'am, I'll check.
You can see all the pinned messages, and there is one link which I've shared, and it is about like tongue twister. And when you will go at the end of the message, you will find the sheet link where all the recordings are there, as well as you can find the lecture with the topic name, discussion on filler words and strategies. So there are certain lectures which are deleted, which are
Okay,
deleted by Facebook latest policy regarding live section, but I have uploaded on my own YouTube channel, and I have shared the playlist. So you can find that they are week number with day. So you can easily find it.
okay.
So this lecture will help you. I have the same problem in when I started this lecture, and I have found uh, same problem in many. But sometimes I use, but this is not too much frequently like I was using like you. I hope so this will help you to use that. And it is good to avoid because it can affect your fluency if you are frequently using it. Instead of uh, producing fillers, try to use take and pass strategy.
Yes, ma'am, I think my previous problem is filler words.
Previous problem is,
Filler words and some strategies of speaking.
yes, I don't find any problem to about areas you have. Your speech was also clear, so I don't have. There are certain features of pronunciation, but being a non-native speaker, I think it is not easy to adopt. Like word stress, sentence stress. There are some other things linking, like how when we merge some words and they see it like this is not even you will notice while different listening to different English stuff. So we can't work on specific that area, but you can bring clarity. And one thing is intangibility. What is intangibility in pronunciation? It means your accent is not affecting, like you are clear to understand. So make sure your words are clear. This is one thing, and we can bring intonation, like we can speak with emotions when you are sad, when you are good. So these are the two things what I think we can work on it. There are certain features we can't work on it. I will try to become fluent. Use I think you have used linking words because that is the reason I think so. There was no problem with you like using linking devices. And if I talk about other parts, one is grammatical, which accuracy you need to focus on it, but I would suggest first focus on it fluency part. You need to Like your answer was coherent, like you were talking about the reason, but try to focus on fluency first. Like try to remove your filler words.
Okay, ma'am.
So this was the one thing. Anyone has another question before starting our practice?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Ma'am, is there any question for today practice as in the previous lecture we practice about running and wildlife? Is there any question for today's?
I have just randomly selected today's topic. I have not shared it before, so that we also make a habit of practicing on random topic.
Okay, okay. On which topic we will discuss today? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think there is a problem from Ma'am Arisa's side.
Okay. If anyone has any question, you can ask. Otherwise, we can move to our today practice session.
Ma'am, I think we should start the practice.
All right. So we are discussing the clothing topic. I think it is very easy, but let's say if this topic comes in the exam, what words we can use in their context. So words are not too, you don't need to focus on too much vocabulary. I would suggest try to learn new words, but learning is not just enough because you are not going to use it correctly. Even this is my personal experience. I try to use words which I learned recently, but we need to use multiple times to use them correctly. So only use those words which you are familiar in the real exam and you have used many times. Don't adopt any new word in the real exam. It is tip for me. Just from based on my experience. And I've noticed that many people do the same thing. Your first area should be you are fluent to speak. You there are 4 marking criteria. Each like consists of 25% marks. Make sure you are able to communicate in another language. When you are able to communicate, make sure are you understandable for any person. Sometimes if you are speaking for one person every day, like it means that person become habitual of your language. Even if you are not understandable, you will be understandable to that person. Try to give test to different person and then analyze. Try to give test to any another person, like new person, and then you will give that test to first time and then ask, am I audible to, like am I understandable? My speech is clear for you to. If that's your speech is not clear and multiple person are saying the same thing, then you need to bring clarity. And clarity is very crucial part, because there's one thing which is I have heard that examiner is not putting too much effort to understand what you are saying. So this is one thing which you are clear, like your accent doesn't matter, but you something a native language accent makes words difficult, or the way we are pronouncing them. So it is very crucial. One thing is you need to be aware of these things. So this is one thing you need to focus on. Try to become fluent. Like you need to speak fluently. Make sure your pauses, like hesitation, is not due to the content. Make sure don't do so much self correction. don't make hesitation. Like hesitation like means pauses, and it depends on either it is just because of content related or language related, and examiners are very trained to spot your pauses if they are related to language, like either you're struggling to find the words or grammar to speak. So this is the one thing, and these things come under the section of fluency. When we talk about coherence, you need to be organize your ideas, talk about the things, and use a variety of cohesive devices, but make sure you are using informal linking devices, and we have discussed in one session as well. So this is another thing, and what I will say when we talk about vocabulary, there are three different criteria. If I summarize those which we have learned based on marking criteria: idiomatic language, less common words, topic specific vocabulary, and paraphrasing. So you need to use idiomatic language when you are 100% sure, and these language seems natural, not like you are putting your idioms in any case which are not making suit. You can still get good band without using any idioms. But what we need to focus on, we are good in paraphrasing. We need to use less common words, and we need to use some specific words. So we need to go through different topics. No, this is the one thing. So these are the different things. And when it comes to grammatical range and accuracy, accuracy means your grammar is correct. You're speaking your sentences correctly, not making any grammatical mistake, and there are different things. Right form of words when you're speaking present, right helping verbs, right sentence. So these are the different things. When it comes to the grammatical structures, range of structures, different people have different opinions. Some people say that you need to focus on it. I have also heard that questions are asked in such a way that they will automatically cover different range of structures, so you don't need to worry about it. So there are different perspectives on this, but this is also written in under the marking criteria of grammatical and range and accuracy. So these are the couple of things. Some things are very easy, but can cover within days. Some takes time. So it depends on and what are your weakness. You need to identify and then work on it and try to read marking criteria what they are asking. So I have summarized all of the marking criteria. I hope so you got the clarity. If you
Yes,
still
ma'am.
have If you have still question, you can ask. Otherwise, we can start our practice. Anyone who would like to ask anything, you can ask. Okay. If you do not have any question, we can move to our practice. So let's discuss about that. We are discussing the topic of clothing. So what words we can use in that terms if this topic is going to come in the exam?
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
Sorry, ma'am, I did not understand you.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
I was saying that let's see, we're discussing today clothing topic, and I'm saying let's see this topic is going to come, and what are the topic specific words we can use in this topic.
Ma'am, your screen is not visible.
I'm just sharing it. Give me a few moments. So is it shared?
Not yet.
Ma'am,
Okay, let's take participant feedbacks. If we're discussing the clothing topic, what you would like to add certain words. Let's say we can use clothes, dresses, casual wear, formal wears, informal dresses. These are the words which I know personally. attire is also word ATTIRE is used in that words. These are the things which I know and I can describe. If you have any ideas, if I think these are okay. Like we can say casual dresses, casual clothes, we can say formal dresses, formal clothes. This is the way. Okay, let me share the screen. I will write how you can, if you have to, if you have synonym for one word and synonym for another word, let's see how you can make it better by crossing, by crossly using those words. Let me, I think why my screen is unshareable to you. Okay, in the meantime, I can share. Let's say you have the word casual clause, another word is one is casual clause, and second word is what is the another synonym for casual? Informal clause. So we have one
Daily
synonym.
informal clothes, daily wears.
Yeah. Let's say we have wears, but we have two words. One is casual, one is clause. So let's see, take one synonym for both words. Casual will be informal, clause will be dresses or wear. So these are two ways. In one vocabulary, what we will use casual clause. In second time when we will use, we will say informal dresses, informal wears. It depends on context. When we will use next time, what you will need to do, you need to catch casual word in first phrase and then cross like casual class instead of saying use casual dresses. So these are the past leading. Have you got my point without writing?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Can anyone draw and explain the other participants? This is also the one technique.
Ma'am, actually, we have not access of the um, pointers. How can I draw?
Okay, let me
Annotation
check.
access is not enabled from my side.
I think
Okay,
ma'am
let me.
asking about to draw an idea should be orally.
Ma'am, can I share my screen?
Yes, ma'am, you can share the screen and can draw the way I am saying it. Share the screen, I will,
Ma'am,
if you draw it.
should I
I
open the
think,
Google Doc file?
yes, you can open everything where you can easily draw. Okay, anyone who did not got my point, what I said, how you can rephrase the words. There's one also word outfits we can also describe about. And we can use the word personal styles. Like people usually wear different clothes based on their personal style. Everyone has different style of wearing. Like it depends on their personality, their style of wearing. So this is also the another word which we can use in that context. So you need to be have certain words in but you need to use it correctly. If you are not sure that you will be able to use it correctly, I would suggest then don't use it. Okay, ma'am, can you write, let's write one word casual clause in first line.
Okay.
Write casual clause in first line.
Okay, ma'am, just wait a minute. Ma'am, actually,
At the moment don't draw the arrow, just say casual clause in first line.
ma'am, actually, it's not. I'm trying to write, but it's not.
What happened? Is it not possible to write? Just type the casual clause.
Ma'am, I try to answer, but it's not working.
Then try to choose a pencil. Pencil is yes.
Ma'am, where is the pencil option? Actually, this one is
Left side
actually
of
the
page. Yes, this is the
drawing
pencil.
page.
Yeah, you can write casual.
No, I don't know why it's not working. Ma'am, can you? Ma'am, now it's working. Please tell. Ma'am, my screen is visible to you.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you delete the first one? Casual dresses. Okay, and put es at the end of dress word. Dresses. Write it dresses. No, ma'am. Just write it dresses or clothes. You can write any. Yeah, it is right. So we have two words. And can you put some more space between informal and dresses? No, between the informal and dresses. Put some space between. Yes. And same do with the casual and wears. So let's see. This is two different words. Now, what we need to do here, ma'am, can you draw one arrow from informal to wears in diagonal?
Sure, ma'am.
and draw other casual to dresses. Yeah, this is the way. Like you have one synonym informal dresses you spoke. Next time you will say casual wears, and then you need to say you can say informal wears. Fourth time you will say casual dresses. So you can see you have got four different ways to answer it. Have you understand my point? What I want to say?
Yes, ma'am. You said one time we need to mention informal wears, then informal dresses. After that, casual dresses and casual wears, like that.
Yeah, this will become like you are saying informal dresses. You can say casual wear. So now you can make the cross action. You can say informal wears and casual dresses. It will become four different combinations.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, instead of repeating again informal dresses, you can say informal wears, casual dresses. So it will become four different combinations. So this is also the way to use it. So there are so many different ways in which you can use it. So this was I was saying. So this let's see write the some more synonyms. Wears is one synonyms, dresses is one synonyms, clothes is one synonyms. Third one is attire. Attire is also used for synonyms. We can say daily wears, formal wear, informal wears. You can say we have both plenty of words to describe this, and we can say one thing phrase which I look pretty good. So this is the also the good when we talk about our looking when a person is looking good. So it can provide you a nice look. So this is also the way we use in this context when we talk about this way. So you can see there are plenty of ways in which we can use to answer the question. So this is not specific to one word, but we can also get if we use in that way. So this is one way we can talk about. Let's see what kind of dresses we can talk about. Thank you, ma'am, for trying. I hope so you got the idea. If anyone still did not get idea, you can ask your question. Otherwise, I want to move for the next point in this topic. Okay, if no one has versus some other phrases we can use, like do you spend, like do you buy clothes? When we talk about spend money, we can say we don't buy, I don't purchase, I don't go shopping. So these are the synonyms in this context. Either you do online shopping or you bought from physical store, you are from malls. So these are all the words which we can use in that context. What other we can use it? We can talk about what type of clothes do you wear? T-shirts, jeans. When it comes to women, we can also talk about I wear loose trousers and dresses. So this is also the way you can describe. And when we can use our wardrobe, like what is where your cloth is kept there. Outfits is also the word. Outfits is also casual outfits. You can say casual outfit. So this is also the word. And what we can say, you can say I wear stylish clothes during wedding events. So you can see how many words we have gained and different ideas to talk about. You can say I wear formal suits. Suits is also the word we can describe in this context. Suits, clothes, casual wear. So these are all the phrases we can use in that context. And I hope so you all of you get plenty of words to describe this idea. And I hope so you will not lack the words next time when you will talk about this. Fancy suits, you can say fancy clothes, fancy trousers, fancy frocks. So you can say there are so many words. We can use word comfortable. Comfortable is a word we can use. Are there those cause which in which I feel comfortable? So this is also the word we can talk about in this context. Okay, we can also say floral. This is the one word we can use in that context. Floral dresses like floral curtains, floral dresses. dresses or anything which have any print of flowers. You can say printed dresses. Printed is also what we can use in this, and I think this can be used in women context. Even I don't know what title. You can also I don't see like too much men wear floral shirts, but we can use in the context of women, like we wear floral dresses, like dresses which have a lot of printed flowers. You can see floral curtains. So this is the way we can talk about the style in which we are wearing. So floral curtains, this is also like we can talk about, I have floral curtains in my home. So we can say printed like clothes, or printed with not print, we can use printed clothes. Like this is also the way designs is also the one. Heavy embroidery clothes, so you can say heavy embroidery clothes. So I hope so you all have got so many ideas. If you want to make any new addition in this, you are welcome to add it. Anyone who would like to add some new words and anything which I missed it, you are welcome to add it. All right. So one another addition which we can make is that we can talk about either you wear expensive clothes or affordable. So this is also the another thing to describe about your buying habits, like which type of clothes you want to buy. It depends on your budget. Another thing we can talk about in this, we can also talk about brands, like brands contact. When you know the words, you can come the ideas, like you can talk about either you wear branded clothes or not. So brands, branded. So I hope so you have got a lot of ideas, and even if this topic is going to come in the part 3, I hope that you will not lack ideas.
What about if we talk about how often we about clothes?
Often we buy clothes, so you can say I just I go shopping every week, every month, every. If you're going every week, you can say that I go shopping every week because I like to have variety of dresses in my wardrobe, so I can pick any color which I need. This is one. If you say I don't go frequently, like I just go once in a month, once in a year, or every year, you can say that I just bought seasonal clothes depending on the season. So you can also use this phrase. And what you will say that why you are buying seasonal clothes, you can say I don't want to have pile of like clothes in my wardrobe. I just want to keep it simple and few number of dresses. This is one way. Why you are not buying it? You can say I have budget issue, like I don't want to spend money. I have other priorities like spending on food, eating food. So you can say there are so many ideas. Even if the same context, you can talk about it. Anyone has any other question, ma'am? Symbol, you got idea?
Yes, ma'am. I got plenty of ideas like we can talk about in many ways.
Okay, I think we have made so many discussions on clothing topic, and we will not able to speak all of participants today, but we will restart our practice from Monday, and we'll make sure we practice all the parts, part 1, part 2, and part 3. I would say everyone make contribution, and then we will analyze each other's speaking. What are the areas and sentence for speaking, and either we are frequently have the same problems, so we need to overcome it.
Okay, ma'am, would the topic would be the clothing or
No,
anyone else?
I have discussed so much on clothing topic, and I think we have ample of words and ideas to describe this topic. So I will share the topics. Okay, part 1 topic, I would like to have musical instruments. I think this is a topic I think many people will lack ideas. I will share in advance for part 1, and I will try to look into part 2 topic, and then we'll share with you.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you for all who contributed. I would suggest try to join this session regularly and learn from others, give feedback others. It will help us to improve yourself and try to give your practice to different person. And I hope so you will be able to bring improvement in your speaking. That's all from today. Let's call it a day. Allah Hafiz.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you, ma'am, Sumal, for sharing screen today.